What's up guys, Alex from Milk the Pigeon here. Most people blow the shit out of their 20s because they make a very big mistake. Most of the time when we're lost in life, we do one of two things. Think about the teenage years, right? When everyone's a little awkward, figuring shit out, figuring life shit out, figuring out parent-related stuff, figuring out sexuality. Most of us do two things. The first thing is we conform. So our parents say, hey, okay, Jimmy, daddy was a banker and a CPA. You're just going to go to school for finance and economics, so that's what you should do. And the kids either like, well, okay, fine, whatever. Like they don't care, they don't think about it. Or they do the exact opposite. So most kids, they just accept and they conform. They go into mommy or daddy's business. They go to college, get the boring degree, the white picket fence, without too much thinking consciously and deliberately about what they want. Most people conform. Then the other thing is, when we're lost, we either conform, we do what we see everyone else doing, getting jobs, getting married, having kids, or we rebel. So this is very typical in the teenage years where kids go gothic. They go gothic for a phase, for like a couple of years. That's 16 to like 19 age. They got piercings, they've got the black lipstick, the fishnet shirts, they're involved in all kinds of alternative stuff. Or it's the young girl that maybe become a lesbian for a few years and then she magically becomes straight again in her 20s. It's just this fighting against the system, rebelling against the man, like that whole preacher's daughter syndrome. And most of us conform, some rebel. But the third group, the middle, is where the magic happens. Because guess what? Neither of these paths are deliberate living. Neither conforming nor rebelling get you to your dream life because neither of them are conscious, deliberate paths. Neither one of those paths is me saying, hey, what do I really want from life? Like, where am I trying to go? What do I actually want? The conforming path is just, okay, I'm just going with the flow. The rebelling path is just pushing shit away just for the sake of rebelling, not even because rebelling gets you anywhere, but just to push against, mom and dad, the institution, the man, whatever. The secret is in the middle. So what do you as an individual really want? Most people are too busy going with the flow, like going back to grad school or going off and moving to Thailand and becoming a digital nomad for a few years. It's just like saying fuck you to the man. I'm not dealing with this society bullshit, getting a job. That's just like both of these are losing paths. Neither of them get you to the dream. So the question for you is, one, which bucket are you in? Maybe you were conforming the past 5 or 10 years. Maybe you just got a job and got married because it's what you thought you're supposed to do. Or maybe you didn't get a job and you became a Rasta and you got people pregnant because you just didn't want to deal with the society shit or what your parents said. But what do you really want? What do you really want? What do you want the financial life to look like? The spiritual life, your health, your body, your relationship, your travels, your work. What do you want it to look like in the absence of fighting against mommy and daddy or just conforming? Write it down. What do you really want? And then, only then, can you go after the path you want. Everything else is just a distraction. These are all just bullshit side paths. So stop telling yourself things like, you can be successful or happy. It's bullshit. Stop telling yourself things like, you can be spiritual or happy or rich. It's bullshit. Always choose and. You can be successful and happy and fulfilled and contribute to the world and have time with your family. You can have both. Think in terms of and, not either or. So my question for you today is, maybe you've rebelled, maybe you've conformed, but what do you consciously want? And I want you to leave a comment right there below telling me, over the past 5 years, for example, have you been rebelling or conforming or doing something else? Tell me right there below.